Then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus.
Good afternoon. I am Pizza Minetti. Welcome to NYYU. Smacky that likey. Hitty that subby if you have not. Okay? Smacky that likey. Hitty. That sub. Okay? What's going on, everybody? How you doing? I'm just sipping my cup of coffee in the big times.
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
And I am just awaiting the decision of all decisions. Everybody is going bananas. Everybody is just saying, can we get it done with already, please? Can somebody please just help us finish this already? Can we get this done with? But ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do it over here at the U, man. We're going to be live. Hopefully, maybe something breaks in the next hour or so. We'll see. I don't know. I got no clue. I'll give you guys the updates. I'll give you guys everything that I know. And again, you know, what I know is as good as what people tell me. And then, you know, you go from there because I don't think anybody really fully knows. Juan Soto has a very, very small circle. I've told you guys that many, many times. Boris doesn't really leak. But, you know, something I was told today was that a lot of this leaking and stuff that you see coming out about the Mets, I think everybody always knew for a very long time that the Mets will have the highest offer, that they would have the highest contract out there for Soto. We kind of knew this the day Soto was traded for. And a lot of also what this could very well be is Scott Boras doing Scott Boras things, being a really good agent. And basically saying, this is the deal, let some stuff go out there, let some reporters put some things out, let's throw some clues out there. Because we want the Yankees or whoever else to step their game up a little bit. We're trying to get as much as we can. A lot of times, there's a player that can sit there and go, well, I'll take, I want to play for so-and-so. And an agent's job then is to get him the best deal. So if they're looking at it going, yeah, but they're offering you $50 million less, well, can we get them to up it a little bit? Is that possible? And you got many different tactics of making that happen. So we'll see, but we got a lot of super chats here, guys. Again, please drop voicemails today, folks. 804-592-6160. That is the voicemail line. Let me write that in the chat. Voicemail line. Boom. Right there for you guys. Israel Santana with the super chat.
Thank you for being a friend.
Gabagool. Hey, Pete, my friend. How are you? From Canada. From Canada. Florida. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. I'm doing all right. Swift. Soto's retiring and becoming a Swiftie. Well, then he can get the fuck out of here right now. That would never happen, all right? That would never happen. All right? That would never happen. He'll never become a Swiftie. Okay? It's not going to happen, Swift. Don't break my balls today. There was some news. By the way, everybody, let's take a look at this here. Well, one of the Yankees' potential plan Bs, if there's a plan B, this is what we're going to do. Shortstop Willy Adames and the San Francisco Giants. Look at the Giants going out there making moves. The Giants are in an agreement on a 7-year, $182 million contract. The largest deal in franchise history. I believe that passes Buster Posey as the largest deal again in Giants history. Adames, 29, had a career best 32 home runs and 112 ribbies. The deal is pending a physical. And at the end of the day, folks, here's what it is. At the end of the day, man, again, guys, I don't mean to be a dick. I don't mean to be an ass. I don't want to be that guy. A plan B with this free agent crop just doesn't work. Again, I'm so sick of Yankee fans saying move on. And folks, you are more than allowed. You can have every opinion you want. Have any opinion you want. I'm okay with people having opinions. But if you really think you go ahead and move on and all of a sudden you're going to improve, I'm sorry. I think you're batshit crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're nuts, to be honest. Jira you shouldn't have deleted that guy. I was going to tell him I have a big source that his mother's a whore, but I don't want to hurt him too bad. I was going to tell him, I was going to let him know about his own moms out there.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Did you know that?
Should have left him. Oh, there he is. He's there. There he is. Brian. Why, Brian? Your mother's a whore. I tell you what. But no, there is no plan B, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody got to take a step back with this plan B stuff. There isn't a plan B. There isn't a plan B. Stop there. Who's the frick? Christian Walker's the big move after that. Christian Walker's the big move, everybody. Come on now, folks. Come on, man. Look, again, I am not, somebody's going to accuse me for working for Soto's camp that I'm going to get a 1%. I'm going to get 1% of the deal. Look, man, how do the Yankees look at their club, though? Do I got to do it? Do you guys need me to do it? I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it. Go ahead. There he is. Go ahead, take a look. There it is. Come on. Take a look at it. You wanted it, you got it. There you go. Have fun. This is what you want to build upon? This is it? This is what you want to build? Look, again, folks, everybody goes, Pete, it's one player. I understand. Guys, can somebody, look, free agency. Can somebody tell me who's out there that you would sign? Who's out there that you would sign and you go, yes, there we go. We're making moves. Anybody? Can I hear in the chat? Because everybody keeps talking about spending money. What are you going to go spend on? What are you going to go spend on? Oh, Soto. Oh, Juan Soto. Anthony Santander. Bro, the people saying go plan B doesn't mean don't get anyone. Come on, Pete. What are you talking about? The people saying go plan B doesn't mean don't get anyone? Whoever said don't get anyone? Whoever said don't get anyone? Nobody ever said don't get anyone. I'm saying what is out there. What would your plan B be? And on top of that, for anybody out there saying Anthony Santander has some great numbers, yeah, he has nice numbers. You expect him to continue that production? Or could you see Anthony Santander hitting 220 with 26 homers again? He's okay. But at the end of the day, the thing with a guy like Anthony Santander, these guys aren't sure things. Do you really want to spend money on somebody that you're not fully aware of? Is anybody out there that level of talent? And that's not a knock on Santander. I like the player. But it's not that level of talent. And let's be honest here. He's going to get an overpay. Somebody's going to pay him a lot more because look at what's going on here. The Break Studio. Calm down, my guy. I'm not saying anything here. You want to know what I'm saying? The Yankees need to sign Soto. That's what I'm saying. If the Yankees want to have a very good team next year, I'm saying they need to sign Soto. I'm saying there's not these other moves that people are talking about. You know, I know people are gonna say, Pete, how dare you, Pete? You know, I'm gonna say something that, you know, may not excite many people here at all. Straight up, pure honesty. To tell you guys this, and I'll tell you guys this right now. You ready? This might be an off season where the Yankees would almost want to sit out free agency. Crystal, my guy, if you ask one more time about this damn voicemail, not only are you going to be blocked out of here, I'm going to fucking send you to your room for 3 days. Stop with the voicemail line, please. With the voicemail shit, please. I don't want to hear it. I feel like I'm talking to my fucking kids over here. There just isn't a sexy, attractive option out there, folks. There's just not. At the end of the day, this could really be an off season where you sit back and go, you know what? I'm not doing any move here at all. I'm not making no moves whatsoever. I'm just gonna sit back and wait. I'll look at the next one. I'll look at the next year. I'll look at forward after that. Because this is tough. This is really tough. I understand the idea of Corbin Burns. I like Corbin. I do like Corbin Burns. I like him. I like Corbin Burns. Who's going to hit for the Yankees next year? Are people forgetting that before Soto, they missed the playoffs? Are people forgetting that? Before Soto, the Yankees missed the playoffs. They were out of this damn thing, man. They were out of it. They get Soto, who's the biggest difference. Him and Judge are legitimate difference makers. You don't have guys like this in the same realm. These guys together make your team way better. And that's something you'd want for years and years to come. That's what we saw. You know, Francis brought up a great point today. As Swift says, as long as Hicks, Gallo, and IKF are still options, I'm not worried about missing on Soto. I think he might be Cashman. That might be Brian Cashman, folks. I don't know. That could very well be Brian Cashman. I'm just saying. But, you know, Francis brought up a great point earlier today. He brought up multiple points. I forgot the one that I was just going to talk about. Shit, what the hell was it? Francis brought up so many good points today about that. The offense, no. Soto, no. I know the thing about Burns. I don't want to say that yet. I don't know what it was. I completely forgot what I was. I completely lost my train of thought here. This is what Soto's doing to us, damn it. Ron Thompson, my brother! Ross says, full disclosure, part of me was on the train of not signing Soto at any cost, but when I think about missing out on Harper, Yankees can't afford to lose out on a player of his caliber. And last time they did, look what they went to do. It's hard to trust Brian Cashman on something like this. Aaron Rodgers says, I don't believe Hal would do Soto and Soto plus. I think it will be just Soto. I don't believe Hal will go over, leaving kids to fill the remaining roster spots. And what is wrong with that? What is so bad about something like that that could be improvements? And if everybody out there thinks they're going to do Soto and not make no trades and no additional moves, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Of course the Yankees will make additional moves. They need a first baseman. You think they're going to put Oswaldo Cabrera there? There's many options. I've had the Yankees, I've been told about a couple of names that a lot of people aren't talking about. They're not the sexiest names. I've been told about Yoan Moncada. The Yankees always had interest in him. They got interest again. We know about a guy like Santana at first base is a possibility. We know trades are available. I don't know if the Yankees get Soto, would they get Bellinger? I don't know. But there are still easy options to make the Yankees better. A lot of people here are talking about this stuff like the Yankees are fucking stupid. Like, I get it. We get frustrated with some of the moves they make, but let's be honest here. There are definitely ways to improve this club. I'll pull this up again. This is everybody's favorite damn thing. Swift says no point in signing the aces if the team can't score. That's another good point. That's another good point. But I'll give you guys an alternative to that. You got an open position again in left field. It was one of the worst in baseball last year. You got a second base that was non-existent for the Yankees last year until the last month and a half. You got a first base position that was the worst in baseball almost last year offensively. There is a lot here that the New York Yankees can improve upon, but bringing back Soto is 1A. And if they do miss out on Soto, I tell you the truth, folks, I want to put my best baseball hat on here and GM hat and, well, what could be done? What could the Yankees do? Swift says, I already read that, no point in signing aces, but hold that for a second. Popesteph, something like that, says Hal is going to get this deal done. He owes it to Judge and Cole. They're getting older and they can't afford to sit on their hands for a season. It's another very valid point. That's another very valid point. The guys the Yankees have here, you know, they're not necessarily getting younger, folks. We know that, but I do want to talk about this real quick. What the hell happened? What the hell is that? How did I do that on my screen just now? The fucking thought I was being hacked. I thought I was being hacked over here. Se murió. Somehow I did like a copy and paste. I don't know how I did that, but you know, a lot of people are talking about starting pitching. Go out there and get another starter. Here's the only reason why I could see that being somewhat understandable, right? If you went out and got a Burns or you got a Max Fried, and Burns is going to be a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of people after him. I really don't know at the end of the day, but I'll say this. That would allow you to trade one of your young starters for possibly a position player of some sort. I don't know who's out there. I don't think there's been many rumors of a very good player that is available. You got your Bellingers and guys like that, but if you're trading a young guy, you probably want some cost. You want some control back. I could see that happening. I could see the Yankees maybe they bring in a Fried, they bring in a Burns if that's the case. They could obviously move Marcus Stroman's salary, but then maybe they look at a deal for, I said this before, maybe a Clark Schmidt for Brendan Donovan or a Schmidt deal for something else. Again, this is all speculation. Nobody really knows what the plan B is because, again, plan A is so solid. And I've said this many times. I don't believe there's a plan B. I don't believe in a plan C. I almost think the Yankees kind of have to, you know, be in a dark room and navigate around the walls. Where's that light at? Where's that switch? Because there's just not an obvious plan here. There's not an obvious plan. And years ago, like some people say this stuff, we'll just move on, Pete, move on. And I sit there and I go, hold on a second here, move on. Move on to who? I understand moving on. I understand, you know, being concerned about this club. I'll be concerned about the club. But folks, this isn't the year that Harper was a free agent. This isn't the year that Manny Machado was a free agent. This isn't the year that there was 4 or 5 guys that you look at and go, wow, hell of a crop. This is a great crop of players we have here. It's just not that year. So again, I hear the Christian Walkers, and I like Christian Walker. I wouldn't be upset with Walker and Soto. Wouldn't bother me. But does Christian Walker impact this Yankee lineup that much at 33 years old? You sign him for 3 years? Who the hell knows where they'll be over the next 2? Even the next year. You don't know, folks. You don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to scare Yankee fans. I know some people, what do you know? Oh my God, you're acting like they're not going to sign him. We don't fucking know. We don't know. Judge has great 5 years left. We hope, right? We hope he does. He should. He's a big guy. He's not going to lose that power, we assume. Got a great eye. Gets on base no matter what. He's always going to be opposing. But it's tough, man. It really is. It is a tough situation right now for the Yankees. I'm a fan of Carlos Santana. I'm a fan of Yandy Diaz. Everybody knows that's a possible deal. Spencer Jones' value has gone down. I don't know if you guys check out Baseball America. Hell, John Brophy had him ranked much lower. And a lot of people hit me up when that happened and they're going, Pete, why did Brophy drop Spencer Jones down so much? I'm like, he didn't have a great year. I understand it. I get it. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. But at the end of the day, folks, here's my thing right here. Here's my thing. You gotta be able to make smart trades. And I'm gonna ask the chat this right now. I want you guys to answer me this question. We need to win now. We need to win now. Medina, what's up, brother? Macho King, what's up, brother? Lou Valentino, what's going on, brother? Danny, what's up? Jocko. Do you trust Brian Cashman to make the right moves with this club if Soto's not back? Serious question. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Let me know. Drop a voicemail, 804-592-6160. Danny says there's a financial upside to signing Soto. He takes the team to another level on the field and off. The financial payoff will be off the chain. I'm right there with you. We have a lot of no's in this chat. We have a lot of no's in this chat. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. You got every right to be concerned about Brian Cashman running this club. I'm going to put it on the screen again. Here's what he's working with without Soto. Let me tell you this. I don't know if I trust some of the best GMs in baseball that don't have the $300 million payroll with that. With that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many people I trust to work with this. Now look, you want me to be senor optimistic? I'll be senor optimistic over here, all right?
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hit that subby. We're 640 subs away from 40,000. I'll be senor optimistic. You ready for this? Anthony Volpe would have to be an absolute all-star stud. Stud. Breakout. Breakout stud. Austin Wells would have to continue on to be an all-star catcher. Jason Dominguez would have to be the greatest player, basically an all-star immediately out the gate, is what he'd have to be. And then whatever moves you make have to work. Caleb Durbin got to be an above-average player. It's that tough. And yes, guys, as you guys are already saying in the chat, I just saw it myself. Here it is. Tyler O'Neill goes to the Baltimore Orioles on a 3-year, $49.5 million contract with an opt-out after 2025. So it could be a 1-year deal only as an opt-out after this current year. Not a bad deal right there for the Baltimore Orioles. Tyler O'Neill had a pretty decent time with the Boston Red Sox last season. As we can pull up his StatCast, his Savant page here, I should say. Let me switch on over to that. There you see it right there from Tyler O'Neill. He did himself a good job right here. 31 homers for the Boston Red Sox, a 241 average, 336 on base percentage, 511 slugging, 847 OPS. So the Baltimore Orioles lineup only gets better. It only gets better, folks. And don't let me pull up that Yankee lineup again, because it ain't looking cute. If Soto ain't back in that money, it ain't looking cute, folks. I'm just saying, guys, but we do got some of your voicemails. Keep them coming in. Obviously, guys, we got all this shit going on like crazy today, so stay tuned right here. I am not going anywhere right now. I'm not moving around. I am not going anywhere. So hang out with us, folks. Let me just get my screen straight here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go.
Hey, this is Joey.
There he
from
is.
the Bronxy, baby.
What's up, brother?
And I'm going to get a little nerdy today.
Okay.
You've been shouting out Michael Kay for saying, you know, if $700 million plus is what the teams are willing to pay for Juan Soto, that's the market and that's what he's worth. I'm afraid that's not correct, economically speaking.
Well, it is
He's
correct,
committing a well-known fallacy known as the efficient market hypothesis, which means he's mistaking price for value.
It doesn't matter, though.
The greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett, said, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Now,
Correct.
strictly speaking, these baseball teams are businesses. So they have to think in terms of what is the intrinsic value, to use another economic term, of this baseball player, because they have intrinsic value just like gold or a stock in a company or a bond or whatever it is. And that's all the money that the business is going to make as a result of this guy until he no longer plays for them.
Okay.
If that number is lower in inflation-adjusted terms than the next best alternative, I'm sorry. The market can be wrong sometimes. Otherwise, nobody would make any money in the stock market if the market was always right. Everything would be perfectly priced.
I think you're looking too much into this.
Pricing is how you make money. Anyway.
You're looking too much into this, Joey.
I'll talk to you later, man. Take it easy. I still hope they get Soto, though.
I do, too. And I think you're looking too much into what I said. I'm not saying that that's necessarily his value. What Michael Kay was saying is if people are saying it's an overpay, or if people are saying that, you know, that's not his market, it shouldn't be. What Michael Kay is saying, and I agree on the face value, not diving into it too much, if teams are offering it, then it can't. Not saying it's not wrong. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying that if teams are offering it, you can't say, well, then he got overpaid, or that's not it. Well, there's 5 teams that are giving him well over 650 more than likely, or well over 600 bare minimum. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying about, you know, what the value is going to be based off the money. I'm not talking about all that. I'm just simply looking at it at face value here, not diving into it too much. But I actually agree with Michael Kay on that one. I think he actually makes sense. If there were not teams willing to go there, and a team just is $150 million more, that I agree with as an overpay, and it probably paid well above his value. But where baseball is going nowadays, Patrick Bet-David said it, and I think he's right. There's going to be $1 billion player more than likely in the next whoever knows how many years. It just keeps going up. Whether you like it, you don't like it, you think they're overpaid, fine. I'm just simply saying, if you got a market for it and teams are willing to pay it, you can't really say it's overpaid. Too many teams are out. Five major league clubs are going, I'll give this guy $600+ million. Just saying.
Pete.
Yo!
Fam. The MVP, Miss Jira. And whoever else is there tonight. As the watch night continues for Mr. Soto, Uncle Dom has a quick message here. In song, of course. You know, Pete, we need to come on right now. Right now.
Sing it.
We
need a song.
With some good news.
Come on.
Hello, world. There's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Happy.
A whole lot of love and is what we'll be bringing.
Yeah.
We'll make you happy.
Happy.
We had a dream. We go traveling together. We spread a little love and it will keep moving on. Something always happens whenever we're together. We get a happy feeling when we're singing a song. Travel along, there's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
Happy.
We'll make you happy. We'll make you happy.
I was singing along too for a little
And
bit.
Pete, folks, NYYU needs
We'll
to
make
be
you happy.
with some freaking great news. Let's get Soto! Come on! Woo!
Uncle Dom, folks. I give you the one and only Uncle Dom, baby. Let me do a refresh on all these voicemails we got lined up over, eh? And we will keep it going. Here we go, folks.
Hey, Pete, Gio from Rhode Island. I just want to ask, if we re-sign Soto, are you going to take a shot at Brugal again?
Why not?
That stream last year, that was so fun. Being with everyone in that stream and you guys, that was a fun stream. It got pretty crazy, but let's see. Re-sign Soto. Give him whatever he wants. I don't care. Can't take this team seriously if you don't re-sign him. Go Yankees.
Yeah, no, we would, I'll definitely be live for quite some time talking about it and celebrating it. I mean, look, one way or another, I'll be live. You know what I mean? If Soto goes to Boston, I'll be live. If Soto goes to the Mets, I'll be live. If Soto goes to the California Penal League, I'll be live for it. I'll be live no matter what, guys. No matter what happens. Will my tone be differently? Yeah, of course. I'll definitely be different. I'll be happy as Uncle Dom said, or I'll be sad if he is not a Yankee. So we'll see what happens. I think I missed the super chat here. Thanks to the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance for letting me know. Guy LaSorsa, it's Soto or bust. If not, will be an above average team. Sign him at any cost. I see 1 year Santana, next year Murakami. Get freed and work some other fills and maybe a good reliever. Hal's legacy is what it then would be. It's interesting, man. It really is. It's very, very interesting to see what happens here because it's a tough spot, man. Me, Francis, and Kev were talking about this today. You miss out on Soto, it's almost like an unwinnable situation for the Yankees. How do you sell the fan base? Let me talk to you guys about this before we get into another voicemail here. How do you sell to the fan base that you gave up 6 players to get this guy and now you missed out on him? How do you sell to Yankee fans? Everything's going to be okay. We're going to be better. How do you make that sale and go, folks, it's okay that he left? They gave up 6 players, including Michael King, who's only going to keep improving. He could be a legitimate Cy Young candidate. That is how good Michael King is. He was a part of that deal. Hal Steinbrenner got on the phone and said, no, put everybody in there. Put everybody in there. We're not doing this shit. You put everybody in there. Put Michael King in there. Let's get this done. It was all right there. How do you now say, well, he's gone. He's gone. Now we move on. Him and Stanton got him to the World Series. What's the biggest difference from the 2023 team and the 2024 team? What's the biggest difference? Anybody know? Come on, guys. It's interactive here at the U. We're interactive. What's the biggest difference? Hit that like button for me too, guys. Come on. Smack that like button. Hit that sub. Soto. Biggest difference. Okay. It wasn't Stroman. It wasn't Verdugo. Verdugo started off good, but Soto was the difference maker. Judge being healthy for the whole year, that duo. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. That was certainly 2 guys that changed the dynamic of who the New York Yankees are. Juan Soto was a difference maker. And selling that, no matter what it is, well, we came in at, I don't know, let's just say for the hell of it. We came in at 700 and this other team was at 715. And wait a second, you mean you guys couldn't throw another 15 million over 12, 13, 14, 15 years? You couldn't do that to lock him in if that was the case? Now, again, again, as Danny, my guy, says, real talk, did Patrick Bet-David put chips in for Soto? I mean, he's a minority owner of the club, so. But it's a very, very hard sell. If for an example, everybody's close and maybe the Mets or one team is $75 million up on everybody and he went there, okay. At that point, I'm like, he took the biggest contract, right? Billy Walnuts! Billy Walnuts! What's up, Walnuts? If that's the case, folks, he took the biggest number, and that's okay too. Maybe he wants the biggest number. All right. That's different because then you could sit there and go, look, man, we were right there with him. We were at, it was 750. We were at 720. He took the extra bit. He wanted all the money in the world. Okay, fine. That's the easiest sell. But I see a lot of you guys talking about this, and I'll talk about, that's my retweet, but I'll talk about this too a little bit. Mike Rodriguez at Mike Deportes, good guy, says, according to a very close source, the Mets have offered a deal worth over $730 million for the next 15 years to Juan Soto, and so far, it is the highest offer of any team right now. I retweeted this and quote tweeted this based on information I even got today. There's a lot of people saying there's a lot of this stuff about the Mets. It feels like this is a Scott Boras play to try to get other teams to up their offers also. I said trying hard to get the Yankees to up their offer. I do believe it's Yankees or Mets. Mets or Yankees, and obviously we will know very, very soon. Yeah, and also Hector Gomez also confirmed this. He said, yes, it's real. Now, again, I am not here to shit on anybody. I'm not. I'm not here to shit on anybody at all. It's not what I'm here to do. It's not what I'm here to do. It's not my job to shit on people. I'm not going to do that. But these guys have been very, very wrong many, many times. Multiple times. And I love Hector Gomez. Hector Gomez knows I love him. Haven't met Mike yet, but I hear good things. But let's be honest here. These guys have not been the most accurate reporters on planet Earth. And you could go research yourself. You can go research yourself. I'm not saying they're wrong here. I'm not saying they've never been right. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just simply saying you don't have to read what they say and that's it. That's the answer. Yeah, they're 100% correct. Is it possible they're right? Of course. It's very possible that they got a really good source and a really good source is saying bada bing, bada boom. That's your thing. I tell you guys all the time, you don't have to believe me either. I'm not Jeff Passan. I'm not Ken Rosenthal. I'm not Jack Curry. If I get information, I put it out. I don't expect it to always be right. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Here's the good news. The good news is we're not far away from knowing. That's the good news. We're not far away from knowing. We're not far away from knowing. You got to believe that by Monday night, the latest, it's probably over. Raymond, yeah, I know the whole thing about Mendy's son. Said, they offered $700 million over 50. Yeah. I know all the stuff about Mendy's son, okay? It's always something. It's always something when it's a big free agent. This guy's sister's uncle, this person's brother's nephew, cousin of a cousin of the fucking laundromat worker. It's always something when there's these big free agents. This guy said this. Fucking Joey sack of shit from the bodega on 161st Street. He said this. I'm like, it's always some weird story. Just wait. We're gonna know. We're gonna know any minute now, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I'll tell you this. I'm just tired of taking L's. I'm tired of taking L's being a Yankee fan. I'll tell you that much. I'm tired of taking L's being a Yankee fan. We just lost the chip. I don't want to lose Soto next. I don't want to do it. I'm sick of the L's, baby. I'm sick of taking L's with this club. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I want to win, damn it. I want to win.
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Don't be bullshitting me about it. We could still win. I don't want to hear it. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Very competitive person, but I want to tell you something right now. I play to win.
I play to win, damn it. Let's take another voicemail here.
Oh, P, what up?
What up,
I do
fam?
believe tonight we might hear Soto news.
Maybe.
That he might return to the Yankees. I hope so, man. I hope so. I am hearing Boston rumors, but, you know, you can't trust every source out there. But I am hearing rumors about Soto of they saw him dining somewhere.
Yeah,
Some Boston news put that out.
Yeah,
Let me know what you think about that.
That's true, man. That's true. Soto eats food in restaurants. He's a human. You know, he goes to restaurants, he sits down, talks, has meetings. You know, he does all those things. Somebody. He's with Scott Boras. It's a huge contract. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal for him. It's a big deal for him. And yeah, man, he goes to sit down with Scott, you know, they sit down, have some food together. They have a lunch. They, you know, talk about things, and that's where it is. BX Kid 16, what's up, my guy? If Soto leaves, does he get booed in his return to the stadium? You double up, because I would double up anyway, because I like to double what I say. I double what I say. Brother, I'm going to keep it a $150 with you right here real quick, man. I'm going to keep it a $150 with you, man. I don't give a poop. I don't give a poop. I'm sorry to tell you, fam. I don't give a poot. I don't care if he gets booed, cheered, he smackies the likey, he hits the subby. I don't care.
Tommy likey. Tommy want wingy.
It wouldn't matter to me, brother. It wouldn't matter to me.
NYYU, how you guys doing?
Yo, what up, brother?
Amen to the Yankee fans that are with that Plan B shit. Shut up.
Plan B, my
Cut
fucking ass.
Life without Soto is going to be very, very rough. You know, we saw how it was when Soto wasn't here.
Yep.
So we need him here, man. Long story short, you can look at the class of free agents for 2025, 6 and 7. There's not another Soto coming in the market anytime soon. So
bingo. This is the
last. Keep him and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Yeah. This is one of the last major signings in a little bit of time here. You got Vladdy, of course. You know, Vlad. If Vladdy has the same year he had last year, this coming year, he's gonna get a shit ton of money. But that's the type of player he is, man. And Soto's just that type of guy, man. This is again, let me just teach somebody. I mean, maybe somebody out there doesn't know this. I think a lot of people probably do, but E-Rock says almost 1,000 live. You are killing it tonight. Imagine how many more we'd have if everybody hit the like button. I always say, if you really want to help the channel, hit the thumbs up, man. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing to do. You just hit that like. It brings you up in the algorithm. What do we have right now? We have 800 people in here, 274 likes. If we had 500 likes by now, we'd probably have 1,200 plus in here. But just continuing on where I was right there is, so let me take you guys through this real quick. If the Yankees were to get Soto this year, Francis Lee, to his credit, my brother Francis broke this down very well. He's much more articulate than me, and he could break this down even better than I could. But for me doing it, I'm Street Pete, all right? I'm Street Pete, all right? There's no college education behind this guy, all right? My brother Francis Lee, shout out, business major, baby. I love that man. But nah, he could level this out very easy. If there's ever a year where the Yankees would go way over, it would be this year. A lot of money's off the books next year. They would have to pay a high tax, but then everything would just keep kind of boop, 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 boop. Everything will keep dropping down after this. It's the perfect year to pay a lot of money to Juan Soto. It makes more sense than anything. This is the time to do it. And this should be a moment where the Yankees can sit back and look and go, you know what? Yeah, let's make this commitment, man. Look, Aaron Judge is not getting younger. Garrett Cole's not getting younger. We do got some good prospects. Put Soto in that mix and let's try this again. Let's try to go after this again. That's simple. The recipe is there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I called just about every game last year. Did I miss it? Did the Yankees go to the World Series? I mean, here's the thing that kind of just drives me mad, right? Is you would think, put yourself in the shoes of being an executive. What's the con of Soto? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. What's the con of Juan Soto, folks? Can somebody tell me? And again, what I'm saying is the commitment to him. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not talking about nothing crazy. I'm talking about the commitment. What is the real concern about a commitment to this player? He's not the greatest defender in the outfield. Well, right field at Yankee Stadium serves him very well. He's not a great base runner. All right, he still had well over 100 runs scored with Aaron Judge there. Guess what? You know the beautiful thing about Aaron Judge batting behind him? He could just do this sometimes. I just trot. Again, folks. 41 homers last year, 288. He's a career 285 hitter. 200 plus career homers already, 532 career slugging, 421 career on base percentage. Some people say he's the modern day Ted Williams. I don't know about that. Michael Kay said that the other day. I don't know about that, but let me tell you something. He's really fucking good. My question again is, we got to witness it more than the Mets, more than the Boston Red Sox, which I believe is the overall, right? I think those are the teams. But we got to witness it firsthand. We watched it daily. I just don't understand how anybody could be sitting there going, man, stop it. Just move up on him. Move off. Go on. Get somebody else. Doesn't make sense, folks. We watched it. If you're Hal Steinbrenner, you watched it. You saw the revenue come in. The increase of revenue. Where's the downside? It's not like you're sitting here going, damn. But next year, we got to sign the other young kid that's a super all-star for 400, 500. How are we going to do this? That's not the case. That's not the case here. The case is very different here. There's not many players that need to be signed. And on top of that, let me pull this up one more time before I get to this. Other super chat here. Anthony Volpe. He's not going nowhere. Everybody knows that. He's cost effective. He's a cost effective player. Austin Wells could be an all-star catcher. He's a cost effective player. Jason Dominguez, he's your top prospect. As Jack Curry said, with or without Soto, he should get every opportunity to play every single day. He's cost effective. Jazz Chisholm, he's cost effective for the next couple of years. You know what Aaron Judge is? Giancarlo Stanton, he's your DH. You know he is. The Marlins are going to start paying $10 million a year towards him. We didn't mention Caleb Durbin. We didn't mention within the next 3 to 4 years, Roderick Arias, Henry Lalane, Carlos Legrande, Chase Hampton, George Lombard. We didn't mention a lot of the youth that is still coming up on this team. Fact of what I'm simply trying to say here is you could not have to choose to be cheaper the next multiple years. You may damn well have the opportunity to go cheaper because your youth is effective. And as John Brophy just adds, and there's a lot of hidden gems in the system that a lot of people do not know about and do not talk about. Thank you, John. There is. For some of those people that go out of the farm system not that good, it actually is pretty good. I didn't even talk about Clark Schmidt. I didn't talk about Louis Hill. There's a lot on this team that you can make a roster out and go, well, we got a lot of guys that aren't really getting paid. Jesus Rodriguez, of course, is another guy. Thank you, John. But when you want to make a commitment, and if you're the owner of a club, 1, you saw it all. 2, you should know your team. And 3 is the bottom line. It's going to make you money. That's what you would want to do. You want to make money as an owner. I get it. This is the time to do it.
Pete, it's Gary.
What's up, brother?
I agree with everybody who's calling in saying if they don't get Soto, I do not trust Cashman. He's had opportunities over the years to get Machado, Harper, other players that could have helped this team.
This is the best since Bryce.
He refused to get them. They don't get Soto, they're in deep shit.
Agreed.
I just don't trust Cashman whatsoever.
It's tough,
He's
man.
just not the type of guy. He's living in the past. He's living like 30 years ago when some of the stuff he did 30 years ago would work. Doesn't work that anymore. So if they don't get Soto, I mean, they're pretty much dead as far as I'm concerned. So they better get Soto. That's all I can say. Bye.
What else can I say, man? What else can I say about that voicemail? I can't disagree with him, man. Look, if God forbid they do miss Soto, would Pete Simonetti jump ship? Nah, man. I'm a Yankee no matter what. You know what I mean? I'm a Yankee fan no matter what. I always will be a Yankee fan, and nothing is ever going to stop that. The Yankees are the Yankees. The Yankees are bigger than any player. I'm a Yankee fan first, all day, every day. I'm a very, very big Juan Soto fan. I admit it. I've liked people who have been watching me from back to the Simonetti Source Day videos. You would have saw videos of me putting out when Soto was in with the Nationals, saying this is the perfect guy for the Yankees. They got to get their hands on this guy at some point. You know, that's something I talked about a lot, but I'm a big Soto fan. But it's not even about being a Soto fan. It's about how well he fits this club. Any team he goes to, he's going to make them better. It's like Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge would make any team he goes to better. There's not many players like that you can say as long as they're healthy, they're going to be better with this guy. There's no denying that at all. And the Yankees, they are bigger than anybody, but this is a player they really need because I really worry about the build of this club. Can you sit there and go, well, maybe they get Burns, Pete, and look at their pitching? Cole, Burns, Rodon, Louis Hill, and then whoever the hell the number 5 starter is, whether it's Nestor, Clark Schmidt, it doesn't matter. Or you could trade Clark Schmidt. You can trade Marcus Stroman and make some smart deals. But the issue then becomes, who is that? Who is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is the move? Can you trust Brian Cashman to do that? Willy Adames, yeah, Willy Adames is off the board, but he was never, I said it before, I like Willy Adames, but is there risk to that deal for me? There is a little bit of risk to that deal for me. That deal scares me a little bit. Is there a risk to a Cody Bellinger? Potentially, right? I don't know, maybe. But there's not a clear vision. You know, again, years ago when you had your Harper, you had your Machados, there's a vision there. If you miss on Soto, brother, get Harper. If you miss on Harper, brother, get Machado. It's tough. It's tough, man. Let's keep it going, man.
Hey, Pete.
What's up, brother?
To all those fools out there that are saying basically you need to move on from Soto, or probably the same fools that said that, hey, You know what? Don't even bother getting that guy from Toronto. God, I'm forgetting his name. Sorry about that, Pete.
Vladdy?
You're just basically like fools. This team is way different when you add Soto in there. And I've seen the games with you, Pete. I've seen them on TV when they don't have Soto in there, and the lineup just becomes pure dog shit. Again, you've already showed the graph. Look at what the lineup looks like. Look at their averages without Soto. Soto changes the whole dynamic of this team, period. I mean, when you have Soto and Judge, you're talking about your Scottie Pippen and your Jordan. I mean, they become unstoppable, those two guys. Look at their combined ERAs, their combined home runs, their combined RBIs. I mean, it's something that can't be denied. Just, again, look at the numbers of just those two individuals. You know, just look at them. I mean, it's either Soto or bust at the end of the day, Pete. There's no what ifs, there's no plan B, there's no plan. No, Soto's A, B, C, and D. And then after we sign him, we worry about anything else that we have to take care of. But number one on the plate is re-signing Soto, period. No questions asked. It's actually case closed.
I agree. And when he said ERA, he obviously meant batting average. But when he says the guy from Toronto, he's talking about Vladdy Jr. And I've said it before, if the Yankees missed out on Soto, I'd fucking call up Toronto, man. I know they're maybe trying to make a move. They're trying to do something. Maybe if they don't land Soto, they'll re-sign Vladdy. Maybe. I don't know. But I would certainly reach out. I don't think it has a great percentage of happening. But man, oh man, a guy like Vladdy would kind of ease that pain a little bit, but it's still so tough, man. It's hard, it's difficult. Maybe ask me that question a little later about a possible plan B, and I could sit here and think about it, but it's still tough for me, man. It's still tough for me, guys. We're going to keep the voicemails going. Here we go.
It's NYYU and the UWO Macho King in the house. How you doing?
Damn.
Saturday Soto night. We gotta sign him. I've been saying this since the very beginning of time that Juan Soto has improved this team by leaps and bounds beyond the imagination and all space and time. On the crazy parade of madness for the Canyon of Heroes, the World Series Championship 28 and multiple World Series Championships, and MVP's on the horizon forever, yeah! And we need to sign him. No ifs, ands, or buts, no doubt. Hal has to go in there and not stink going with an elbow drop. And whatever jabroni bums are out there and straining force out to come correct and make Juan Soto a Yankee for life. Oh, yeah!
Wow.
Macho!
What a powerful voicemail from Macho Man. I'm telling you, that's how we're feeling, Obi. He's the cream of the crop.
But the cream will rise to the top.
He is the cream of the crop, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, it's tough out there, man. Yankee fans are upset right now. I could feel it. I could feel it in the chat. People are concerned. We got a lot of Yankee fans very concerned, and I understand it. I get it. I get it, man. I really do. I can see where the concern's coming from. But you guys asked me about a plan B. Man, oh man, I have such a hard time with this. I know it sounds silly, man, but I have such a hard time with this when it comes to a plan B. I think one of the better routes you would have to do is get a starting pitcher, whether that's Burns or Max Fried. I think you do that. That allows you to open up a trade for one of your young starters. I think that's probably the first route that you should go. Free agent-wise, do you want to commit to Walker? I don't dislike him. I just don't love him. Maybe you try to get Yandy Diaz at first. I don't believe Vlad is even possible unless he would be my plan B 100%. If I knew Vlad was being traded, I would say you give up. You gotta go after him. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta go after him. Maybe you go out there and maybe you get two starting pitchers. Maybe you get a Max Fried and you get a Walker Buehler. And then you have a lot of moves you can make to make trades. But I like Yandy Diaz because of the bat. Yandy's a potential deal I look at first base. Maybe Bellinger if they're able to. I see that's what I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm able to put some stuff together in line, but with this one this year, it's tough, man. It really is. To me, it's tough. It's difficult. I really don't know. I like Max Fried a lot. The Yankees apparently are going to have another meeting with him. I'm a fan of him. I love lefties at Yankee Stadium. Always have. But like I said before, I don't see like the great fit. Vladdy would be amazing. I just don't see that happening again. Bellinger at first base would be okay. I'm not upset with that. Yandy Diaz at first, I wouldn't be upset about. And then you got to look at that outfield because there got to be somebody new. And if Soto leaves and you got Belly, they might put him in center. Even though he's a much better first base, he's very good at both positions. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just a hard question for me to answer. I would almost want to sit back and watch the Yankees do it. I'd almost want to sit back and say, let me see what they do. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Let's keep the voicemails going, guys. Here's another one here.
Hey, Petey, it's Mo once again from yesterday.
What's up, brother?
So yesterday, I was talking about Soto. If the Yankees signed Soto for $700 million or whatever it may be, maybe I didn't explain myself right, or maybe you didn't understand what I was asking. So basically, what I was trying to say is, if the Yankees invest all this money on Soto, which I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'm happy with that because Soto took us to the World Series. My thing is, if the Yankees don't get Soto, right, and the Yankees offer whatever it may be, $700 million, $750 million, why do the Yankees do not invest that? And pitchers, as I said yesterday, first baseman, left fielder, and relief pitchers. If they don't retain Soto,
it's not
or that money that they offer,
it's not
that's enough money to get, I'm assuming hitters and pitchers and things like that.
No, it's not.
So I would just wanted to know your comments on that. And I apologize if maybe I explained what I was trying to ask.
No, you're good,
Love the
brother.
podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Keep it coming.
You good, brother.
¿Y qué lo que, mi gente?
Appreciate you, fam. Let me just explain this to you real quick, because I hear this a lot. It's not only you saying this. You guys got to understand how this. You got to understand how this works. It's not $600 million. That's 650, 700, whatever it is. That's going to one player, meaning it's 750 over 15 years, $50 million. If you say, well, guys, they could put that $700 million into 6 other players. No, it doesn't work that way, folks. It goes by AAV. This is a major contract for one player. You can't then say I'm going to get 6 guys that equal $50 million and the type of players people are talking about. Not in today's game. Mind you, Luis Severino got about $22.5 million? What do you think Burns is going to get? Close to 30? Fried's going to get 25 plus more than likely? You're probably looking at maybe you can get Fried or Burns, maybe Christian Walker. And there you are. Do you think that makes the Yankees better than getting Juan Soto and plugging in some holes and making some smart trades? I don't think there's anybody else out there like Soto. So a lot of people seem to, and again, you're not the only person. So I'm not coming at you at all. I'm just simply saying you're not the only person that has thought this way, but that's not, some people hear to 700 go, well, the 700 million, just spread 700 million to, five players, right? Isn't that get Tanner Scott, get Burns, get this guy, to get that guy. And then you're looking at, well, that's 90 million for the year, not 50. Or not 40 something. It's very different. That's not the way it works. I don't know a significant plan B, folks. I don't. I wish I could make you guys confident about something. I wish I heard rumors about a plan B. I haven't heard a peep. You know, you hear about a starting pitcher. Okay, that's probably maybe the right way to go, because then you could trade. Then you can trade one of your young starters. I don't know who's even available out there. Does anybody know? Can somebody like tell me? Am I missing? Is there a big name that's available via the trade market that we know of that I'm missing? Anybody? Because I don't feel like I've heard, and I'm being dead serious. I haven't really heard of rumors of big names that are available via trade from teams. I don't know. That's what's even scarier. Who the hell else is out there? Yeah, I mean, Vladdy. Robert, okay, yeah, you want him, all right. Would the Blue Jays help the Yankees? Would the Blue Jays go, hey, look, Yanks, you got to give us, you know, you want him? We want Louis Heel and we want Austin Wells. It ain't going to happen. Nolan Arenado? Go get Mike Trout? That's what we're doing? And the other thing, too, when it comes to, as Chris Perez Jr. said, if you're the Blue Jays, right, you could ask the Yankees for whatever the hell they want. They say no, go, well, he's available. Everybody else is going to want him. We're going to find a good deal. We're going to find a real good deal. Kyle Tucker? What's going to happen with Kyle Tucker? The Astros are going to trade him to the Yankees? Kyle Tucker? Bellinger's okay. He doesn't move the needle. Maybe a nice addition, but he's a nice addition to Soto. Hicks, Gallo, and IKF. That works. Let's keep it going.
Hi, Pete, Jira, and family. I hope
up,
everyone
Felice?
is doing well. I am waiting with bated breath for Soto to sign that contract. He has to sign it. So I have my granddaughter here sitting with me.
Okay.
And if you can give a great shout out to Jasmine Martinez, that would be very nice. And take care, and let's go Soto. Bye.
Hopefully Jasmine didn't hear the beginning of the show when I, cursed a little bit. Hopefully not. Jasmine Martinez, shout out to you. How you doing over? Hey. Hope you're doing well. Have a great time with the one and only Felice. We love Felice over here. But yeah, appreciate you, Felice. Thank you for the calling. Let's keep it going.
Hey, Pete, it's Matt.
What up, Matt?
Listen, I don't care what the Yankees have to pay Juan Soto. We can do it. We are the New York Yankees. We can do it. I understand the taxes on all of this. I get it. But who gives a shit about the taxes when
Facts.
we can have multiple championships if we just keep Juan Soto and Judge together? Let's go and tell Francis that I said what's up. And I'm a cybersecurity major, so I know about degrees, brother. All right, God bless.
He knows about degrees, brother.
Love you guys.
I'm lucky I got my high school degree. All right. Jarvis says, hey, Pete, any chance we get Soto announcement tonight or tomorrow? Your guess is as good as mine, brother. Your guess is as good as mine. Folks, drop those voicemails again. 804-592-6160. 804-592-6160. That is correct. I had no idea for a second there. Let's keep it going.
What's up, Pete? I don't know how people in here could be like, you know, pass on Soto, all this and that. Man, if Soto sign here, I'll be horny. Like, I'm going to be this horn walk. I'll walk around outside butt naked.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on over here? Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear say, hey, yo! P, you're telling me you won't walk outside butt naked if Soto signs? Somebody would shoot me in Virginia. If I walk out butt ass naked, I'm getting shot. They'll think a fucking polar bear walked outside. You see me, a fucking Wendigo or some shit. The hell is that? Bam! Se murió. Got my fucking big white ass walking out there butt ass naked. What the hell I look like in the woods around here? Look like a fucking animal in there. I'll get shot over here. Kidding me? The hell we got going on in this chat today? A bunch of sick animals in here today. So what happens when Soto doesn't sign? Yankees, look what you're doing to us. Look what you're doing to us, Yankees. You're killing us over here. Killing us. Ah, man, I tell you guys. What are you going to do? We're waiting, folks. We're waiting. That's all there is to it. We're waiting here. Everybody's anxious. Everybody wants to get a deal done already. Swift says Simonetti after dark, baby. You're sampling the best. Are we the favorites, Dylan, brother? I wish I could tell you more, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, guys, I do these live chats with you guys. I try to stay on as long as I can. We're already approaching almost, what are we closing in on? About an hour and a half of this show today. I don't know. I wish a deal could drop right now. You know, I wish a deal could be done while I'm live right now. But you know, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna get one of those things, right, where it's like a decision is imminent. Or, you know, Juan Soto is closing in on making his decision. You would probably get something like that before anything. You'd probably get something like that before anything. And if that were to happen, you guys already know I'll be here and I'll stay live for however long it takes. Carlos Rivera, brother, really nothing new, man. It's the waiting game right now. We're all just waiting. Hey, Pete, could Alonso be an idea for first base? I want no part of Alonso. Diddy's baby oil plug says, love you, Pete. This is what life has become, isn't it?
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
This is what life is now. Maybe we're going to get a Soto version of LeBron James. Maybe. Maybe Soto's going to announce it on IG or some shit. I don't know, man. I think it drops out of nowhere. Zilla, there's a possibility there. There's a possibility that has to happen. That could happen. But a lot of these reporters, I even see Enrique Rojas. Enrique Rojas from ESPN basically said the Yankees aren't the one or two favorites to sign Soto. He's bullshitting. He's bullshitting. He's completely out of his mind. A lot of these reporters are out of their fucking mind. They're out of their mind, man. They're out of their mind. They are absolutely out of their mind, folks. Let me tell you something. I think if the Yankees had any idea or any understanding that they're out on Soto, you would have seen the Yankees move on pretty quickly. And I don't mean that in a negative way. If they knew we had this money we were going to spend and we want to allocate some funds and Soto wasn't going to happen, and trust me, they do have an idea of what they would like to do if it doesn't happen. Every team does. They set up a board of the players they want most, and they try to go after those guys. I think you may have seen a Yankee deal or two already. And, you know, I'm not here to shit on the Mets. I'm not here to shit on the Red Sox. I just feel like the most ready-to-win now team is the Yankees. I know the Mets got to the NLCS. That rotation ain't looking as cute. You're depending on Clay Holmes now to be a starter. I mean, I'm not saying the Mets don't go out there and make additional moves, but you're depending on Clay Holmes to be a starter. I mean, Boston still feels like they're a couple of years away, or a year away at least. But again, with Alex Cora, you never friggin' know. Maybe I'm biased saying it. I think the Yankees have issues, but the one thing the Yankees have is about 6 starters right now. There's a lot of things they can still do. David says, Willie signing before Soto, did it surprise you? No, not at all. Not at all, because Willy Adames' market was going to be strong. You know what I mean? I think once a team gave him a pretty large offer, I knew he'd take it. The Giants need a shortstop. Willy Adames gets 7 years. He's a pretty good shortstop. Last year, his numbers were a little off defensively, but normally he's been a really good defender at short. Good power. You know, goes to a Giants club that's shit. They got to fight with the Dodgers. I mean, and the Padres. Good luck to them. But, you know, it's just a strange time, man. It really is. It's a very strange time. Beast Mode says, how do you feel if we fail to get Soto? I'd be upset, man. I'd be upset. There's definitely no denying that. There's no denying that at all. I would be upset. I would not be happy. I would not be excited. I'd be upset, man. Yeah, I would be upset. I don't even want to think about it because it would bother me a lot. I've waited for many years for Soto to be a Yankee, and we got to see it, and we got to see how awesome it was. And yeah, I'd miss those long at bats. I'd miss knowing that him and Judge are going to be back to back. I'd miss it. I'd miss it. I really would. I think it would be a major miss on the Yankees. But who the hell knows what happens? You know, who knows? Vladdy P. What up, Vladdy P? Vladdy P says, sorry, just responding to the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance really, really quickly. Watch Soto come out like a high school athlete with the hats on the table and he picks the Yankees hat. That will be absolute cinema. You know what will be wild about that? If they announce that he's making the decision at 8 o'clock, he's doing it live, and I got to sit here and watch it. And can you imagine the difference of emotions? I don't even want that to happen, because just the worst case scenario would drive me batshit crazy. I might do an elbow drop through my desk. And I don't want to do that. That would be crazy. So I hope that is actually not the case, but I guess it could be. Guys, again, I just wanted to update you guys. We're doing basically a NYYU. I think it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. I'll plan it better and be sure, because I think everybody arrives tomorrow night for the winter meetings. It's considered day one, but the first real day is Monday. But I will be doing a toy drive, basically. I'm going to have a couple of companies that, you could send some stuff to. We're also going to take donations for a toy drive of our own. We're going to take donations for Toys for Tots. We're going to do a couple of different things that day as an overall donation. We do it every year during Christmas time for, underprivileged kids who, won't be able to have, great Christmases, or, aren't in the greatest of times or the greatest of situations. And you want to bring a smile to somebody's face for December, for Christmas time. So maybe we could perform our own little miracle over here. But something we definitely want to do. And like I said, I'll get those addresses for you for some toy giveaways. And then I will also we'll have a donation set up on here. When you do super chats, the donation will be there. Let's set a goal. I don't know. I think last year we did like 2,500. We'll probably set it below that this year. And we'll do our own toy drive and things like that. So we always like to give back as much as we could here at the U. We usually do about two to three charity events a year. So yeah, man, we're always trying to do something. We got a platform. We're closing in on 40,000. If we can help anyway, we try to help anyway. John Heyman is now reporting. This is from my good friend, Darius Glover. I always say one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Darius, if you're out there, I love you, brother. The Yankees and Mets have offers over $700 million per John Heyman. And again, folks, I'll go back to this. I'm going to sneeze. I think I'm going to sneeze. Am I going to sneeze? No, I think I'm okay. Excuse me. I'll say this. If both clubs are over $700 million, I don't understand how he's not a Yankee. And look, let me clarify something. The people I talk to have access to the inner circle of Soto. Soto's a very close-knit guy. He doesn't really, he has a small team. He has his family do a lot of different, I think his sister runs his social media, a couple of different things like that. He's a very, very guy who likes to, I'm the same way. I like having a smaller circle. I don't need a million friends, right? I want people that I really enjoy to be around. I trust them. That's what I like to have around me. That's how Soto is. So again, does anybody really know? Probably not. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to him. He's going to really believe what he's going to do. He really knows. Him and Boris truly know. I tweeted it earlier. I'll say it again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I feel like these are the final moments, and you're sitting there playing two teams against each other to see how much you can get. That's the way I feel about this. Because I'll also say this. Why has it only been the Mets? You notice that? All the rumors that come out, majority of the time, it doesn't matter if it's Heyman or a lot of these Dominican reporters, it's always seemed to be, well, the Mets got this huge offer, and the Mets and the Mets and the Mets and the Mets. If Steve Cohen was $70 million above the Yankees and he's at 770, which I doubt, 730, 750, and the Yankees are over 700, if that's true, why wouldn't he have signed with the Mets? If the Mets are 50 plus million ahead of the Yanks, sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
I'm sorry, but it just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't add up to me. If the Yankees are over 700 and so is the Mets, I can't see him leaving the Yankees. What I've been told is that him and his family prefer the Yankees. They want to be with the Yankees. He wants to stay here. But he would go to the Mets. That's why how long have I been sitting here saying Mets or Yankees? He's going to stay in New York. If anywhere else, I could see Boston. I get how it makes sense. Colin then says, Heyman said both have offers between 710 and 730. Then it's the fucking Yankees. I don't want to hear it. Because if it was Steve Cohen and the Mets, he would have blew them away and it would have been over. This reminds me again of the final decisions coming up, and you're trying to play who's going to bite. Will either one bite? And if they don't, well, voila, you got your deal already, brother. You got your deal already. David Miser says, feel it's Mets and Yankees, Dodgers and Toronto are probably out, and Red Sox looking in, but Mets and Yankees are top two. I vote, again, Yankees, Mets, to me. Yankees, Mets, and then the Red Sox are third. Big Sexy Yankee says, which free agent starting pitcher you would take free to Burns? I love Burns. I think Burns is so friggin' good. But I like Max Fried too. I think he'd fit the Yankees well. I'd be okay with either one of those guys. But I just have trouble with a lot of people. Oh, the Mets have this huge offer. And look, I told Francis and Kev before. Again, there's a lot of stuff that I say that, I talk to my team about. Because some things I'm just not comfortable because I'm not a reporter. I don't look to be a reporter. I don't want to be a reporter. I hear certain things. And, I talk to them and I tell them about it a little bit and things like that. Again, all that I've heard for a long time is that he wants to be a Yankee. They were just concerned early on that the Yankees would go this high. The Yankees are really over $700 million. How is it not the Yankees? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. Guys, we are 30 subscribers away from 39,400. Can we get there? Can we get 30 more subscribers while I am live here? That would be awesome. And a great way to help doing that, guys, is smacky that likey, of course. Hit that sub. Press that thumbs up, folks. Chris Perez Jr. says, Pete, do you think the Soto announcement comes tomorrow? I mean, it's got to be coming by Monday night, the latest. So we are in the final hours here of what's going to happen. We're in the final hours here, man. I don't know. I just, again, man, my ideas are across the board. Of what I think about this. I've kind of let it down many times of what I think is going to happen with Soto. That's not going to change. I think everybody has an understanding of what Pete Simonetti thinks. My life is going to move on with or without Soto as a Yankee. It's going to be NYYU all day. But I still feel, this very early. It's only 8 p.m. here on the East Coast. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Get an announcement tonight. You can get an announcement at any minute. At any minute now, you can have the decision from Soto. Because like I told you guys, Scott Boras loves the idea that he is going to walk into these winter meetings, folks. He's going to walk in that room. And everybody is going to say, I need to talk to Scott. That's who he is. Remember how bad last offseason was for Scott? Look what he's done already. Snell gets a huge deal from the Dodgers. Quick. Imagine if he gets, again, you get Soto tonight. Monday's yours. You get Soto Sunday. Monday's yours. Tonight, Sunday or Monday, the winter meetings are yours. The winter meetings, once again, would belong to Scott Boras. Trust me when I tell you, he wants that. And he wants that really fucking badly. Really badly. So that shouldn't shock anybody. That shouldn't shock anybody. And if we are to believe John Heyman, who probably wants a win himself, he probably wants to break this news more than anybody. He wants to break this news. If he's right, and both of these clubs are over $700 million, I have a tough time believing he leaves the Yankees. I got a tough time believing that. I really do. Let's get the box up here for you guys, all right? We're hanging out tonight, folks. What do you think? I'm going somewhere? I'm hanging out. Come on. Soto watch, baby. I'm kicking my feet up. I'm getting comfortable. Where the fuck we going? You think I'm like anybody else? Oh, Pete's a different animal, baby. I can do this all day. Big Sexy Yankee says it's simple. Yanks don't get Soto. We don't get a World Series. David Miser says opinion of O'Neill to Orioles. They got a good lineup. They got a good lineup. No doubt about it. Got a good lineup. Who's Chuck B in here? Chuck B. Appreciate you, Chuck B. Let me throw this on the screen from Chuck B. At Chuck751000155. Again, that is at Chuck 751000155. That is Chuck B. Another great point from Heyman's article that you're discussing. Soto was said to have grown progressively more comfortable in the Yankees environment over the year he was in the Bronx. He is thought to have made a connection with Judge on that level too. A lot of people felt that way. A lot of people felt that way. A lot of people felt that way. And look, I got personal insights into how much Soto loves New York. Danny says Boris getting his street cred up after last year. You know, Boris is, folks, you know, people hate certain people when they win. Boris is a winner. I know some people probably don't like it. Scott Boras is a winner. Charles, what up, man? Chuck B! Chucky B! What's up, fam? I appreciate you, man. Thank you. He heard us on the 14th. Yeah, he heard the Note Vaya, right? Oh, Maron, I tell you what. I love hearing it. Guys, Jira just put in the chat right there our Instagram link. Go follow us on IG if you have not yet. Smacky that likey, hitty that subby. Follow us on IG. If you're not, you're making a major mistake. I tell you what, you will be making a major, major mistake. I can tell you that much. And guys, look, man, I'll say one more thing about Soto, right? I'm a respectable guy. All right, I'm, you know, Soto likes New York a lot. There's something that money can't buy, and money's actually one of the hardest things to buy is this, and that's peace of mind. Peace of mind is a beautiful thing. It's a great thing to have. It's a great thing to be able to say, you know, I have people that look out for me in this city, that sometimes I'm allowed to go out, have my mind cleared, you know, relax. Being in New York, being a prominent guy, you know, that's nice to have. Not every place can give you that. And surprisingly so, New York could. New York can give you that. And that's important. If 730 is truly the number, let him walk. He's going to be a DH down the line. I swear, some of these takes, bro, is absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy to me. He's going to be a DH down the line because he's an average right fielder at Yankee Stadium. He's going to be a DH, 26 years old. He'd be a DH down the line. Let's put Jake Bauers back there in right. How about we do that? How about we get Jake Bauers and put him in right field? Let's put Bauers out there. He's had, what did he have? How many outfield assists? Did he have like the most outfield assists this year also? He had like some of the most outfield assists this year. Something like that. Pete, what do you think? Michael Simmons! What up, Pete Mancuso? Oh, that's Italian. Got a lot of Italians in this chat. I love my Italians, especially the Sicilians like Pete Simonetti. Okay. King Dre says, Pete, what do you think is the holdup? Brother, man, it's I said it earlier on Twitter. I'll say it again. I think it's Scott Boras. Scott Boras. Dom D says 730. Come on, Pete. You said weeks go 700. Yeah, because I didn't think those offers would get that high. I didn't think anybody would go 700. Not even the Mets. I didn't think anybody was doing 700 million. It's not my fucking money. It's not my fucking money. You guys are talking about like, oh my God, if they give him, I'm going to go broke. I can't. Stop it. It's not your money. You pay for the product. You should want the Yankees to pay him. You pay to go to see a product. Now, again, I've been nice to Hal Steinbrenner. I'm going to be Hal's biggest fan if he signs his contract. But can I tell you guys something? You see people saying stuff like that? Let me tell you something real quick. You want to hear a story? I like stories. You pay to go to that stadium. Don't you want to see the best players play when you're spending $250 even more for you and a kid? If you bring your family, you're going to Disney World for the day, baby. Wouldn't you like to at least be able to say these are the best players I'm watching today? I'm not seeing Jake Bauers in right field. Willie Calhoun, Big Bang. Willie Bangs, that's what you rather see because I got to save money like it's yours? You're still going to pay to go. You're still going to pay a lot of money. Are you guys, come on now. Come on now. Come on, folks. Vladdy P says, Pete, what do you think about JR from Seattle as a plan B? Then they're not going to move him. Might be grasping at straws, but didn't he have a down year? I bet he could revive his career in the Bronx. J-Rod's a great player. J-Rod's a great player. Seattle's not going to give up on J-Rod. He's very, very important to that franchise. They got a good pitching team over there. They're not gonna trade him. They're not gonna trade him. But guys, I get some people seeing it, going, that money's crazy. Early on, when I was saying if it goes $700 million, that's just nuts. When I always said if it goes $700 million, I don't see it being the Yankees. If the Yankees and Hal Steinbrenner dropped his balls on the table and he said, you want 7? Well, fuck it. We're going to do 7. That is wild. That's wild to me. And good for him. And if he gets this, I don't want to hear anybody say shit about that man. I don't ever want to hear Hal is cheap again. Ever. Ever. Again, I want to be sure everybody understands. You're entitled to your opinion. 150%. Your opinion doesn't have to be mine. You could disagree with me all day. That's your right. But if you can honestly say Hal Steinbrenner's cheap, is he his dad? Is he George? Come on, man. How can you be George? And he shouldn't be him. He should be his own man, right? He should be his own man. But you can't sit there and go, he's pocketing everything, Pete. He's not. He's not. Can you make an argument that Hal could put more money back into the club based on the revenue? Sure. You can certainly say that. You can certainly say that. But you can't say that he's not stepping to the plate. He is. Retro Tony, I pray to God, man. I go to bat for Jason Dominguez all year. I love Jason Dominguez. I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan. And guys, by the way, I'm going to have a big announcement coming pretty soon. It's not a big announcement. It's just a redoing of a show. So last year, if you guys remember, we had Yankees Farm, the Yankees Farm show on here. This year, we're switching it up. This year, Pete Simonetti has decided one thing. Pete Simonetti has decided that you're just going to have to deal with seeing my face more. You're just going to see this face a lot more this year. That's what I decided, damn it. I decided, hey, Carlos, Los, Yankees Farm, my brother. Let's redo the Yankees Farm show, and I'll be on it with you. What do you need another co-host? You need me, Los. You need Pete Simonetti. Kev is going to fill in every now and then, but it's no longer the Yankees Report, Yankees Farm Report. It's not that no more. The new show is called The Farm to the show. So the farm to the show, that's going to be one of the new ones we have this year. It's going to be very, very fun. It's going to be all of Carlos's knowledge, and I'm going to be there to do what Pete Simonetti does, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really, really fun. Carlos is not going nowhere. That's my guy. I love that man. I love Los. That's my brother. He ain't going nowhere, guys. He's here. We're gonna let it's gonna be the must-see show for Yankee prospects by far. Replay Op says Hal is not cheap. Cashman doesn't spend his money well, and that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. From the farm to the show, baby. You better believe it. But I agree with that. I have a problem with Brian Cashman. You know, I got a bone to pick with Cash. But Hal Steinbrenner, you can't sit there and make this argument that this is a cheap owner. It's not. Not at that point. Not at that point. David Miser says, question of how the Yankees do contracts with young players and lock them up long-term early rather than wait the free agent period. And one of my issues with Brian Cashman. It's one of my issues with Brian Cashman. He doesn't seem to he seems like he's very old school and stuck in his ways. And look, old school is an awesome thing. I consider myself an old school person. I don't know about trends and technology. I'm saying, babe, I tell Jira, I don't know what the fuck this phone does. What do I do with this thing? She's like, oh, you just press that. And I'm sitting there like, that's all you had to do. I don't know about all this stuff, I just go with it. I try. I don't know. He's a bit old school in a negative way, I would say. I think the game has, I said this before, I feel like the game has passed him a little bit. I really do. Brandy says, Pete, do you ever have free time or is it all NYYU? Brandy, sometimes I feel like I'm deteriorating my own health with how much I try to put into this. But, it's going to sound cliche and stupid. I got a big fucking dream. I have big dreams. I got big dreams. I got big goals. I am not a settler. I don't believe in just settling. I don't believe in, people tell me all the time, what's the story? You left your job. You quit your job to do this. And I did. That's true. That's all true. I left a lot of money behind. To, go on a journey of struggle, so to say. And I'm just being honest. It's 100% fact. To go on a journey of struggle, basically, of something I love doing. And, me and Jira don't have alone time. We don't go on dates like that anymore. But the beautiful thing is, she's as committed to this as I am. So if I had another wife that wasn't committed or didn't believe it, she'd probably run away. But she's as committed as I am to doing this, and we're going to make NYYU fucking gigantic. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you that. I'm not going to stop working until NYYU is where it needs to be, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. David Miser says, did you hear about the gold rule bat from Manfred he wants to implement? Yeah, that ain't... Apparently he was at the Italian American Baseball Foundation gala, and he said that he's not serious about it, that it kind of blew up overall, and it's, it's not real. It's not really going to happen, so... Oh, she definitely keeps it all together, no doubt about it. She definitely keeps it all together. But yeah, I mean, time is beautiful. I would love more time. I would love more time. I would love, to be able to do more things. But trust me, guys, you only see what you see here. I tell that to people all the time. You only see what you see here. There's a whole lot more. There's a whole lot more that happens day in and day out behind the scenes that nobody gets a chance to ever see. So, I leave it at that. But I appreciate that comment because that means I'm here a lot and you guys enjoy me being here. So that means something to me. And talking baseball, of course, of John Boy Media also saying and this is what John Heyman said, Mets and Yankees have upped their offers to Juan Soto into the $710 to $730 million range. Again, man, I don't understand how Juan Soto would not be a Yankee. I don't get it, man. I don't get how he would not be a Yankee right now. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me, man. One second, guys. Terry Edwards, what's up, man? Javier, appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Maybe it's the extras in the contract still being tweaked. Like I said, man, Scott Boras is a master at this game. He's probably knowing we got our offers. We like these offers a lot. Let's see if we can get anything more. And this is what a good agent would do. And a lot of people want to add it's a money grab and he's bad for baseball. He's this, he's that. Folks, that's not really the case. That's not really the case, man. Again, he's doing his job. You know, whether people like that or not, he's doing his job. Christian says, Pete, do you see the Soto signing tonight? I hope he does. I'll be live. I'll be live for it. You know what I mean? I'll be live for it. If Soto signs tonight, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, guys. I'm 150% ready to go, man. Let's go to the next voicemail here.
Yeah, Pete, it's Gary again. I agree with you 1,000%. These
Thank you,
people
man.
don't understand. It goes by AAV, which is exactly right.
Correct.
People don't understand. This is a generational talent. You can't just go sign 6 players and think it's going to be okay, because like you said, it's going to be well more than $50 million. Like you said, Fried's going to want between, 25 and 30. Vladdy, where's Toronto going to ask if they were even willing to trade him? And then you got to pay him next year.
Right.
So, these people just don't understand baseball. That's what it boils down to.
Yep.
He's just a talent that you cannot give up. You got to get him. This talent doesn't come by like every 25, 30 years. That's all there is to it. And they've missed out on opportunities to get other players. And if they miss out on this one, this could set them back for 15, 20 years, I believe. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it could hurt, man. It could hurt, Gary. It's that's 100% true, Gary, and that's the one thing I warned when people go sign guys. You could really affect this club for a very, very long period of time. And I'm just being 100% honest with you guys on that. You could really, really affect this team for years to come. If the Yankees went out there and said we're going to sign this guy to maybe we're going to go over because we feel we need them. We're being extremely reactionary. You could really affect this club for years to come. The Yankees have I believe they have a good farm system. I'll argue that with anybody. Some people, they're below average. No, I don't believe that. I think they got a very good farm system. Good. I wouldn't say it's extremely good, but I'll say this. Is it going to cover you if you make all these horrible moves? No, probably not. Probably not. That's really tough. Troy says, Hal, $1.4 billion. John, $23 billion. Hal's stepping up. Hal's doing his thing, brother. Again, if we're to believe what John Heyman is saying here, it's fucking awesome, man. We get that news. Yeah, Darius, I'm right there with you, and I'm happy that I'm on the side of history that I've been saying for a while. I believe Hal's going to do it. I believe Hal is going to step up here. And look, if the Mets offered $730 and the Yankees offer $715 and he goes to the Mets and he just wanted the top dollar, I'm not going to be mad at Hal Steinbrenner. I know, but what was $15 million more? At that point, then I got a question, did he want to play for the Yankees? Did he just decide I'll go to the Mets? That's a different story, but I'm going to give Hal Steinbrenner a lot of love here. He gets this deal done. That man deserves a lot of love. And I know he's in a tough spot, brother, because George was one of a kind. George is just one of those dudes that there's an aura around him. He's box office. He could come out there and say anything, and it's box office. It's just who George was. Hal is not like him in that regard. He's not gonna be the rah-rah. I'm gonna scream at the team. I'm not gonna. Fine, you're not gonna be like him. But the dedication to win, the dedication to keep the players that the fans love, at least give us that. And you can't deny it. You can't deny it. Stone Cold Nutsack Hey, yo!
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Wow! If he's not a Yankee, watch the news, because I'm going ape with my car. Oh, God, drifting on the George Washington Bridge. Oh, Maron! Wow!
El Diablo!
Oh, I tell you what. Bro, last time we got great Soto news, Mario was on live too. He's no longer with the U, guys. I can't force people to stay on NYYU. Some people just want to be fans of the team, and they don't want to do podcasting. So I can't force people to be here that don't want to be here. NYYU moves on. If everybody decided one day I'm jumping ship, Pete Simonetti's going to be live. Now, if I decided that's it, there's no more NYYU, folks. But you can't force people to stay on. They don't like doing podcasting, and they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. We got to keep moving on, brother. We got to keep moving on. We got to keep moving on, man. But hopefully we get Soto here, and, I'll be live here with you guys no matter what. Let's keep the voicemails going. Here's another one, my brother Rah-Rah.
Good evening, Pete, and everybody in the chat.
What's up, fam?
Having a good one. This is all I got to say about Soto.
Tell us, brother.
I got a question for you, Pete.
Okay.
If you had a chance, right?
Yes, sir.
To get a player of his stature, to sign him, that want to be here, or a player that's just looking for the bag, which one you want to wearing the pinstripes?
The one that want to be here.
I know who I want.
Of course.
I'm just leaving it up to you.
Yeah. Want to be here.
And if we don't get him, it is what it is. You ain't want to be a Yankee. Because I know the Yankees know what type of money they make with him.
Of course.
And they offer them, I know, pretty good money. We're going to know at the end. If you don't sign with us, we're going to know at the end.
Facts.
But anyway, keep doing your thing, Pete.
Appreciate you, brother. Robert, yeah, I'll answer your question for you. No problem. I want the guy who wants to be here. And again, like I said before, if it's 7:30 Mets, 7:15 Yankees, and he decides to go to the Mets, well, then you didn't want to be a Yankee. I think that's clear as day. If you had your choice, you decided, I'm not going to be a Yankee because, look, when it comes to, 40 million, 50 million, 60 million more, I get it. I understand it look, this is, I know people don't like to think this way because it's a lot of money and these guys make a shit ton of money, and I get it. I understand. I don't, the majority of us, all of us probably, I don't want to speak for everybody, but we don't see that type of money at all. And, but 15 million, 20 million, that ain't changing your decision when it's 700 plus. And the AAV is even closer. You know what I mean? The AAV is like right there. So that ain't making a world of a difference. David Staples, I appreciate you, brother. Dr. V, it's 804-592-6160. Again, that is 804-592-6160. But I'm with you, Rah-Rah. Look, if he doesn't want to be a Yankee, then scram, brother. Adios. Adios, senor pelota. See you later. I don't know. Pete, so now Heyman is saying what Mike Deportes said yesterday, but he is taking credit for it. I don't know if that's the case, guys. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think Mike ever said the Yankees are over 700 million. I don't know if he did. Maybe he did. I really don't pay close attention, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's get to the next voicemail here.
Pete, I don't know if you checked the news, but per John Heyman, the Yankees and Mets have offered Juan Soto between 710 million to 730 million range.
Yes, sir.
Which is currently outweighing, which is the only two contracts outweighing the other ones, if I'm not mistakenly saying this. I don't know if you said this, maybe I missed it, but in case you didn't see it, I said it.
Yeah, we've been talking about it now for a minute. We've been talking about it now for quite some time. We've been talking about it for a while, so that's where we are right now. Did I hear it? Yeah, I did hear the Heyman thing yesterday. I heard that. Soto signed today. Put us out of our misery. I think that's basically what everybody is waiting for and begging to happen already, is Soto to finish. And unfortunately, we don't have that yet. Folks. We're still waiting. That's crazy, and you didn't sign to be a Yankee yet. To me, it's a balancing act. It's almost like a balancing act, man. That's the way that I see it. I see it as a balancing act. It's tough. It's weird. It's tough because an agent is meant to do their job, and that's the job of an agent, is to get the most money. No matter what your preference is, your job is to get the most money. You know what I mean? Your job is to get the most money. That's Scott Boras's job. So if he got his final 2 offers, his job is to maybe, look, we'll give it till the morning. We'll try to see if somebody will bump it up a little bit. Just saying. Heyman says Mets offer is slightly higher than the Yankees, but Yankees are in shouting distance. Look, if it's 730 and the Yankees are at 700, $30 million, I'm sorry, man. That shouldn't be something that stops them from being a Yankee. If you really want to be here, that shouldn't stop you. That's why I'm here saying, look, based off all the stuff I've heard, based off all the stuff I've heard about before, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, man. There is no way in hell, from what I've heard, and again, does anybody really know? I guess not. I guess Soto really knows more than anybody. Everybody says that he prefers the Yankees more than anything. He wants to be a Yankee. Well, the Yankees are over $700 million and the Mets are only at $730. How are you not a Yankee? Stone Cold Nutsack yet again.
That's the bottom line.
Cause Stone Cold Nutsack. Little brother crying all over social media right now. Go run back to Queens and grab Cohen's woodpecker. Hey, yo. Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear say. Whoa. Holy shit. Well, look, I think at the end of the day, still right. It's going to be the Yankees or the Mets. I still believe that's what's going to happen. Pete, do you think Ty France is a good pickup for the Yankees? He's fallen off a little bit. Would he be an improvement offensively? Probably, because the Yankees' offense at first base was non-existent. So, yeah, he probably would be. But, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't know, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. 650 at 13 years. What's with the 700? That's what teams are offering him. It's amazing to me that people are like so shocked by this. Like, I get it. It's a lot of money. It's crazy, right? It sounds nuts, but that's what these guys are being paid. Everybody, oh, I can't believe it's 700. Well, there's multiple teams looking at 700. Rolly says, Pete, what is your gut telling you? I haven't changed, man. I've been saying the Yankees. I believe it's the Yankees. I haven't changed off of that. I believe it's the Yankees. That's it. I believe it's the New York Yankees, man. If it's not the Yankees, I'll be shocked. Where's Randy Miller at? Yeah, right? Where the hell is Randy at?
Hey, yo, Pete.
Yo.
Jocko.
What's up, brother?
I just wanted to say, I appreciate everybody in the chat, sending their prayers and all that, because my mom passed away 3 weeks ago.
I noticed you were gone for a minute.
Not to get all depressing and emo and all that shit. I got to believe if the Yankees up their offer to 710 and the Mets are at around the same area, he's going to be a Yankee. I mean, if they both went to $700 million, I got to believe he's going to pick the Yankees. Let's go. Let's get Soto. Let's get this shit done. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Jocko, man, my condolences to you and your family, too, on the loss of your mom. I noticed, it's funny, Jocko, because the chat will confirm this. There was a time there where I'm saying, where's my guy Jocko at, man? It's been forever. Where's he at? I hope he's okay. I was saying that. You may have missed it. You may have never heard that, but I was saying it multiple times. We were looking out for you, man, and hopefully everything was okay. Let's keep the voicemails going, guys. The voicemail line open again, 804-592-6160.
Pete Conley here again. We need Soto, man. If those reports are true, that is between the Mets and the Yankees, between $710 and $100 million, like, there should be no reason why we don't get to him. We did not give up 5 prospects or 5 players just to have him for 1 year. Hal is doing his job. Like, he's close enough to where he can ask Soto what it's going to take, and if it's $10 million more, give him that. Like, I don't care. We just need him. Like, there's no way we cannot get Soto. Like, plan B is plan A. But, yeah, tell me what you think, and let's all have a good night. And
appreciate you, man.
Soto signs to the Yankees soon. Let's go, Yankees.
You the man, Kyle. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And Don says, what? Does Judge get a raise then? Why do people do this for? Why do people do this? I really don't understand why people do this. You do know that if Judge was becoming a free agent, he was 26 years old, he'd get $700+ million guaranteed. Yes, Soto has a World Series ring, correct. He does. Why do people do this? People do this like they play stupid in a sense. And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying in general, people tend to play stupid. Judge is getting paid $40 million a year. He's getting paid $40 million a year. Aaron Judge signed that contract at 31 years old. Juan Soto is 26, and he's one of the best players in baseball. Folks, immediately when people were saying stuff like this, I sat there and I'm sitting there going, folks, it's the youth. It's the youth and how long you'll have them. That's what it's about. Can you see Soto being the only move? No. There'll be more moves than Soto. Cohen equals sleazebag. Lindor equals good, but no. Vientos, female dog. My God, this guy hates the Mets. Everyone else bums, and that's the bottom line. Stone Cold said so.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Look, I'll disagree with some of that. You know, I don't know Steve Cohen much, but I think Lindor's an animal. I think Vientos has a chance to be phenomenal. Everybody else is bums, all right. Okay. All right, that could work, I guess. That's what we're going with there, okay? I'm all right with that. I don't know, man. Pete, what do you see the Yankees doing outside of Soto if they re-sign him? If they re-sign Soto, I mean, there's multiple things you could do. I've talked about this many, many times, man. Look, you can do multiple things. You can go with a guy like I know for a fact they like Christian Walker. I don't know if that price is going to be there. Cody Bellinger trade, possibly, when you're trading, a Marcus Stroman in that deal also to offset those salaries a little bit. But Yandy Diaz, I think, is a real possibility at first base. I think Carlos Santana, pull this back up. I got some names on there. I think Carlos Santana makes a lot of sense at first base for the Yankees. Cheap deal, 1-year guy, very good defensively, switch hitter. You get him and Soto in the lineup, he's going to be much better than what Anthony Rizzo was. I wouldn't mind that one bit for a 1-year type thing. Yandy Diaz would be 3 years. I think he's 3 years, $20-something million. I would love Yandy. Is he a defensive wizard? No, he's not. We know that already. Second base. Look, I talked about this a lot. I am a huge fan of Brendan Donovan. I think Brendan Donovan could be a great move for the Yankees. Would be a leadoff hitter. So could Yandy Diaz. He could also lead off. But Brendan Donovan on a deal maybe for a guy like Clark Schmidt straight up, young pitcher for a young player could make sense. And if Soto's back, I think your outfield should be left field Judge, center field Jason, right field Juan Soto. I think that should be the infield for the outfield for the Yankees. That's the way I would go about it, man. And then, you figure maybe some of the small moves out, some trades for relievers. I still think the Yankees would probably hit the free agent market on somebody. I don't know who that would be, but I think they would. Let's go ahead for another one here, guys.
Welcome to the jungle. We got Gabagoo. Pete.
Nice.
Best in the game, baby. As I always say in the chat, it is your boy, J-Flow. First and foremost, man, I know everyone keeps on talking about Juan Soto. How can we not talk about Juan Soto?
Facts.
He is the man of the hour. He is a transcendent player. Honestly, I hope and pray that Hal pulls a boss man move, just like his pops, and brings home this great generational player. But that aside, man, I just wanted to stop by here personally to thank you for your dedication, to thank you for all that you do for the NYY community. You said a few minutes ago that you dream big, and just know that you have a whole community rooting for you, baby. I know that those dreams are going to come to fruition by God's grace. And I just wanted to stop by as one of your many loyal, faithful fans and supporters to just say thanks for all that you do. Right now, what is it? It's 8:28 on the East Coast, and you're over here doing the live, keeping us up to date in regards to this whole Juan Soto situation. Let's hope that the boys pull through. Let's hope that he signs the contract. And let's hope that we get this guy on board for many years to come, because I think, he took us to the World Series this past season.
Facts.
And I think we have a few chips in our future with him in the lineup. But most importantly, I just wanted to thank you, fam. You are the man. Thank you for all that you do. Much love as always. J-Flow from Florida. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That is very, very nice of you. And again, I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you. L.I., with an L.I. take, Hal will prove he's better than George. L.I., can he win a World Series at least first before you talk about make such an idiotic statement? I've been trying to teach you for years, L.I. You just don't listen. You just don't listen, brother. Come on, man. You got to do better than that, fam. Like, we got to win a World Series. Lord have mercy. God almighty. Let's go to the next one.
Hey, yo. Oh, wait. I don't have the Macho Man deal going on, but I can tell you this. I love what you do for your community and for baseball itself. I love your energy. You guys are always on point. You keep it real. I completely think that you guys deserve Soto. He's a great player. I think he's a great 1-2 punch for what could be an amazing Yankees lineup, period. Having said that, man, why is he dragging this out, yo? But I'm rooting for you guys. Much love out from LA. Go Dodgers.
Thank you, man. Shout out to your Dodgers. Man. The Dodgers are hell of a club. Hell of a club, man. It's funny because I actually hear some people complain about the Dodgers. And I'm like, guys, you can't complain about the Dodgers. The Yankees did this for years. The Dodgers are out there. They're out there signing whoever the hell they want. Nobody should be upset with that. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. People say it's bad for baseball. I don't see it that way. I don't see it as being bad for baseball. Not at all. Not at all, man. Let's keep it going, guys.
Yo, what's good, Pete? It's Jonathan from LA.
Yo!
Pete,
what's up, brother?
I put a comment on. Damn, bro, I needed some Yankees talk. Everything is all college football, this and that. Got the alert NYYU was on. I'm like, yup.
Happy you got the alert at least.
There. And, I appreciate that a lot, bro. I'm pretty sure I talked from most of all the people that's on right now that really thank you for, being on live, keeping up with all these hopefully with the big news that's coming soon, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
And hopefully, like you always say, man, like Tyson said it best, sign the contract, big boy. Bro, the fact that the Yankees overpassed, those are what the reports are saying, that the overpassed $700 million, that's it, bro. I mean, come on. Is he really going to sign with the little brother Mets for like $10 million extra? I really hope not. But I have a little feeling, bro. The news is coming soon. It's going to be with our Yanks, man.
I hope so.
And I'm going to go with my 7-year-old son, bro, to Tampa for spring training.
Nice.
See if you guys are going. If you do, hopefully you finally get to meet you guys.
Of course.
Other than that, bro, NYYU forever. Go Yankees. And once again, sign the contract, big boy. Thanks again, brother.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
Man, I got to change that for next year if he signs that contract. I got to change that. But we're going to get one more voicemail in, guys. And then I'm going to take a little break here, try to grab a little bite to eat real quick. And like I said, if anything breaks, you guys know you got me here. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Hey, yo, away. This is Dr. B. I'm from California, Dodgers territory. I don't know why I'm trying to do Tony Danza from Who's the Boss, but either way, Pete, you're awesome. Everybody over at NYYU, you guys are awesome. I love everything that you guys do. You guys are bringing the community together, always looking out for each other. I appreciate that. Believe me, from the bottom of my heart, I try to do the same thing out here. Anyways, hey man, I'm totally on board with you for Soto. I think you guys deserve him. I think he would be a great addition and be that 1-2 punch that you guys need with him and Judge.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a great combo and sets you up for a long time, and I think you guys deserve to have him. He's a great player. Having said that, the dude just needs to make a choice.
Facts.
Pick one. You know what I'm saying?
I agree,
anyways,
man.
Love you guys.
I agree.
Big supporter of you guys. Love you guys from West Coast. Have a great night.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're the man, brother. Thank you so much. Of course, I always love, I really love when we hear other fan bases shout out NYYU. So I appreciate that a lot. But guys, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this one up right here. And like I said, if there is any news that breaks, I'm going to be here. You got nothing to worry about. If there is breaking news, I'll be live within a couple of minutes. Maybe not even that, maybe quicker than that. Or if we hear that a decision is imminent, I'll be here and I'll be live until it happens. That's the way we do it over here at the U. So do not worry, guys. We got you covered. Hopefully we get some news. If not, don't worry. You'll see me tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be designated spitters anyway, so I'll probably be live maybe multiple times tomorrow. We'll see. But with that being said, guys, I am out. Appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. We had like 800 plus for the majority of the time, so thank you, guys. We are 18 subs away from 39,400. So let's keep it going, guys. But again, just a reminder, if there is any news that breaks, I got you guys. Don't worry. I'll be right back. No problem at all. Peace out, guys. See you a little bit later.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off.
Beast mode, I just called it, and I'm a nice guy. Bidding war between Mets and Yanks. They both offered over $700 million. Yeah, I'm going to read your super chats no matter what, as much as I can. Appreciate you, man. See you guys later.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem been bad. Gotta keep